is enough to fill our lives with love.
Susan Richardson spent 4 years on the hit series 8 is Enough, which focused on the idyllic life of the Bradford family. When the network gave the Bradfords their eviction notice, Susan pursued guest star spots on shows like Fantasy Island. But she says her fantasies turned to nightmares when she accepted a film job in Korea and was tortured and held against her will. Today, Susan Richardson tells her bizarre tale, and we'll hear from others who have been suddenly abducted in other countries. I'm Tom Bergeron, and this is People Are Talking. Welcome to the show this afternoon, Susan. Welcome as well.
Thank you.
First of all, before we get into what happened to you, let's talk about some of the nice things that have been happening to you of late. The 8 is Enough cast has gotten back together.
For a reunion special. And that, I think, was complete therapy for everything that happened to me, because we were a real family. As corny as it sounds, we went through so much together. You know, the original mother died. We all had babies together. And I think I spent more time with that family than I even spent with my own family. And I have done other shows since that and never have had that feeling. Dick Van Patten, in my mind, is a modern-day saint. And we learned a lot as kids from him. There were never any ego problems on the show, and what you see on that screen is real.
There were a lot, and that'll be on in October.
Right.
Is that right? On this very station, as a matter of fact. There were a lot of problems for some of the cast members after the show went on. You've talked before about your cocaine problems.
Right. Well, the show, we were like a major mega hit, and most of us weren't stars when we did this show. We were just like normal people, like everybody else. And we got into this high-paced L.A. race, L.A. scene. And I know for myself, I had so many people, I had so many buddies all of a sudden. Now I'm coming off a farm, and I'm making 10, 15 grand a week, and I'm thinking that this group of people that I'm with are loving me for me. And it was only for the money, only for the fame, and who they could know. And this happened with a lot of us, and we were like very, you know, tender-hearted people and accepted everything that, you know, we thought everybody loved us. And then all of a sudden, you know, end of the show, end of the friends, end of everything. And luckily, most of us, that problem only lasted a couple months, but I mean, it went almost everybody in the cast, because we lived in a fantasy, idyllic world, like you said, and then when reality struck, it was like nothing.
At what point were you had taken